bought another car. This one's for me though. No customer job this time. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I think it's in pretty good shape. Haven't really had a chance to really take a close look at the car. It looks like it's got body color wheels on it, which is cool. I haven't seen that on a 60 in a while. This is a 60 Electra 225 four-door hardtop. I call it a six window because it's got three on each side. This roof line was shared with Cadillac as well, and no other line of cars. So a little bit of a special car. I don't know much about it at this point. Let's take a look. It is apparent that it's been touched up or spot painted. I know the whole front clip, at least that fender, has been painted. The whole front clip's been off. Obviously we have some touch up here on the hood and the front edge, and that over there, the whole fender on that side was done. There's some paint work on the back of the car. There was some rust repair back here, and they just kind of feathered it in. And you can kind of see some color changes on each of the panels, but hopefully with a good polish on this, it might help kind of make that go away. There's also some previous duct tape, and the last owner indicated that he put that on there to keep the, I don't know, corrosion from happening. I'm not real sure. Several spots you can kind of see that it was covering up. I'm not really sure what this was covering up, but it's there. It's got broken glass on the front doors, both sides. I've got new glass for it already. Front windshield's in good shape. Thank God. The tires are, oh, God knows how old they are. Dry rotted. They're about 700 years old. I've got new tires for it sitting over there next to Piggy. Hopefully I can get to today getting those installed, or at least take them up there. I'm not real sure how the rust situation is under the car. I think that, you know, there's some spots on the rockers on the front and back edges that are kind of holy, and the front two floorboards in each corner are going to need some help. Here's the engine compartment. It needs a radiator flush. The engine runs warm. He said that's the only thing that he hadn't worked on. This is not the original engine. It is a 6401 out of an Electra 225, same body style. The original block's in the back. I'm not sure what was wrong with it, but we have a dead heater core as a standard operating procedure on a 60. He did convert to a newer style booster with a dual master, which I'm considering converting back, but we'll find out. He had the whole front clip off the car at one point many years ago when he did the engine swap. So a little bit of work that was done to it. It's got a clutch fan on it. I don't think I've seen that on a 60. But so far, so good. He did warn me about this. It gets stuck, so I can't open this door from the outside. Go through the back door here. Yeah, I can't even get in it. Well, it's cold, really cold. I'm going to get this thing inside the shop and we can dig into it a little bit. This thing is full of parts. The trunk's full of parts. The interior's full of parts. Yeah. I failed at getting the door handle unlatched. Let's get rid of this crap. Or not. Let's see how this thing. One to the floor to set the choke. Right on. Get this thing in the shop before I die of asphyxiation. Shift's fine. I'm gonna open the trunk and see what we got here. I dropped my microphone this morning and shattered the clip, so painter's tape. Okay. What do we got? This is the floor vent distribution giggity. More cardboard. Original engine block. Again, I have no idea what was wrong with it. I guess I can ask him. There's the crank. What kind of other parts we got here? We got seat, sides. So I'm gonna give you a quick background while I'm unloading this stuff. The gentleman I bought the car from, I think he's the one who had it. He bought some sort of either a parts car or a running and driving 60 Electra 225 four-door Riviera sedan, and it was blue. So he used I think it's just the front fender on the right side, and painted it, and he took the seats, both seats front and back, out of the car. So I have blue seats in this car, and I'm working on it. I got SMS, supposed to be sending some samples. I'm not sure if I'm going to go all out and run stock material or not, because that stuff is extremely expensive. Owner protection policy, approved accessories, and owner's manual. Battery, oh wow. February 5th, 1960. Gaspar Musso bought the car. Cool. Right on. It's always nice to have a little history with the car. What else we got in here? The cover for the heater box controls on the outside. Stuff. I don't see anything else over here. Oh. What is this? Ram air filter box, empty. And a box something. Wiper motor. I have no idea what that is. Spring parts, seat parts. More seat parts. Body mount. More wiper motor parts. I did check it. The wiper motor does work, so I don't have to worry about that. What else is in here? Here's the heater box cover for the outside, which is cool. It looks like he restored it already, which is cool. Excellent. Mark that off the list. Parts. Pistons. All right. Antenna mounts. And it looks like another body mount. Fuel filter, housing, setup. Oh baby. This is the original master and booster, painted gaudy gold. Apparently he had rebuilt the booster, and it wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing, so he went ahead and converted to dual. Oh boy. Bunch of other random stuff, little brake line from the booster. Left and right vent controls. The one in the car is broken on the right vent. Heater controls for the top of the outer heater box. rubber parts that are no longer rubber, splash shields, body mounts, windows, parts, guts, random parts. Oh wow, what is that? I don't know. More rubber, old rubber. No idea. Wiper escutcheons, vacuum line, stuff, lots of stuff. Okay, so an antenna, manual, seat tracks, a bunch of sill plates, door edge guards, NOS door guards. That's cool. More seat parts. Okay. That's original weather stripping. Still got the paint dabs on it. An offset seam. And inside, I believe what we have are original seats, as well as a car cover. I don't know what to take out first. There's rear windows, came out of a Cadillac. I'm really curious to see what these seats look like, because I'd kind of rather work with what I've got with the old seats if they're somewhat savable. Like if all I've got to do is save the fabric, or put new fabric in them, then that's fine. But if all the leather and vinyl is garbage too, then there's no sense in having two sets of seats. This feels like the bottom of the back seat. Oh. Okay, well, here's the seat bottom on the back. Obviously the foam is degraded to a point where it's turned into powder, but the fabric on the outside and the vinyl here looks to be in really good condition. I might, if the rest of the seats are in this condition, might be able to just get away with replacing the fabric and leaving the stock stuff. That would save me a pile of money. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. These aren't super rusty, and they don't look like they've been inhabited by mouse houses. Huh. Well, let's get the other seats out and see what they look like. Well, here's the front seat bottom. No Gouda on that. But maybe if we can just get away with buying a couple yards of it and just replacing this. This, I believe, here is the control hole for the flipper. This is not a power seat car. This is actually not a power window car either, which is weird for a 225 four-door hardtop like this. Okay, so the front seat is pretty much dead. Finally, look at the upper back seat portion. This side looks pretty darn good. A little stainage there. I mean, the foam is scratchy and turned to dust. We got some rippage over here. So there's a possibility maybe we can use just the inserts on the back seat, but it looks like the front seat is going to need at least fabric and inserts. Awesome. Check out this blue interior. This seat literally just came out of another four-door hardtop, so it's the correct everything except the color. Back seat's kind of the same situation. The headliner is absolutely disgusting. So, yeah, I don't know if it's worth just, yeah, it needs to be replaced. I just wanted to get it here before I ordered something. Oh, yuck. I should put on a mask. Let's see what works here. I don't want to hit this car over here. Horn. Whoop. Kind of, sort of works on that side. Works on that side. Lights. They appear to work. Yep. Turn signals. Oops. Gotta turn on. Rear works, the front one does on the left side. The indicator is sticky, but it works on the right side. Radio? Ooh, I heard noise. Nothing's coming in, maybe because of the antenna situation, there's nothing there. But I hear some scratching a little bit on the speaker itself. Wipers, I did check, they work. It's slow, fast. Thank God these aren't vacuum wipers. Ugh, I'm so tired of vacuum wipers. The blower motor does not work, I think, because there's a whole bunch of connections up there that are not connected right now. Oh baby, this is it's an oil pressure light switch. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's in the manual. It's only a 60 item, and these people chuck these like they're worthless, but it's good to see this. Rear speaker fader. Glove box is full of crap. The floor, I definitely need to do something here on this front corner, and then on that front corner as well. The backs are in great shape. It's just these two corners here. Oop, turn the lights off, Adam. Right vent button is broken, down. Left vent seems to want to work. Window rolls down, that's good. This is one of these I'm going to replace. Mirror's nice and tight, it's not floppy. The trim is in great shape. It's this anodized aluminum stuff. Doesn't look like it really needs cleaned up at all. Even these chrome bezels for the dome lights are going to need clean up. There's a cigarette lighter in the B-pillar in these cars. That might have been a stupid decision. Oh good, it came off. Alright, okay. I think the first order of business is fixing this door handle, which means I got to take this door panel off. I lied. First order of business is wheels, tires. I need tires for this thing. Oof, I really want to polish this paint out, but I gotta wait. While I'm taking these wheels off, I'm always reminded of the aluminum drums and different lug bolts. So anything that's got bolts with these aluminum drums is going to have specific length lug bolts on the front and the back, and these are usually marked. Can't hardly read that because it says front. Sometimes they're just an F, sometimes it's an R for rear, and the rears are marked on this car. No, that one's hard to read. It says rear, I promise. And there are definitely shorter. You can kind of see how much shorter this one is. The other one's going to be about a 1/4 inch longer for the standard cast drums, because these are much thinner than the aluminum drums. You can see how much thicker that flange is in there, and that's why they're a longer gig. Rust repair. Definitely some crustoleum where in the normal spots on these 60s. The rockers themselves don't look too bad, except for the corners. So I think all 4 corners on the rockers are going to be kind of goobered up. And whatever else I managed to see, I don't see any serious leakage. This might be a first torque tube car in a long time that I don't have to do the torque ball seal on. That would be nice. All right, wheels and tires are loaded, but I'm going to wait till lunch to drop all that stuff off. I probably won't get them back till tomorrow. It's kind of a mess. Some people make fun of me for using hand tools and not using electric impacts and blah blah blah. I do from time to time, but not when I'm running finesse stuff like this, because I'm always afraid of stripping holes out and whatnot. Is there another screw somewhere? I've never taken one of these off of a 60 before, so bear with me. This might have to come off to reveal something, or this just stays on and these 2 screws come out to pull the handle off, because normally what happens is there's some sort of an anchor point where your handle is, and I think that's what these 2 screws are, but it almost appears that these that this armrest is attached to the door card somehow. So there's that screw, that screw. Man, this is going to be difficult. This is so puffy. Ah, you know that. I don't know if I can use this tool or not. This is what I usually use for the later models like the GS's and whatnot, because they're a bigger clip. But I don't know. I think this is still, can't get a good grab on this thing. Oh, I think I got it. Ah. Okay, so these are the same size as the later model cars. The 58, 57, and earlier, I guess, have a smaller clip on these, and this does not work, so I have to use this tool. This one should be relatively easy then. I can find it's got that plastic. Stupid. How do I get behind that? Well, puncture the door card, Adam. You'll ruin your day. plastic protecty tool was stuck in there. Man, those are hard to get out sometimes. This door handle is held on with a little 5/16 screw bolt thing. And if I'm smart, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the glass on this side while it's apart. Well, kind of makes me wonder if this thing's ever been apart before. It's tough to find one of these cars that hasn't had the door panels off. How many miles are on this thing? It says 45,801, but it's probably more like 145. I don't know if this is worth saving or not. Some of this stuff contributes more to the stink than it does anything else. You should replace this with plastic or something else other than rotting paper. We'll see. I think it's been off before. You can see some of this stuff's been already ripped. Okay. All right. What are we doing in here? Oh yeah, door handle. Do not let that close, Adam. I'm not putting any dings in the car next to me. I'm going to try to get you in here so you can see what's going on. I think I found the problem. Yeah. You see the handle there, and the plunger is all the way in, and it is getting stuck on the outside of that actuator there. Huh. Okay, I think we're good there. I went ahead and I tried to bend that rod over this way just a touch, and I also kind of kinked the that flap over that way a little bit, and I think I got it. I've given up on my microphone, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. I got the glass out. There's basically there's a stopper that has to be removed from here, and then you've got to take one screw out here and one screw out here, and that releases the window frame from this track. I also there's this guy right here that's at the edge of the window that runs along this vent frame. I ended up pulling that out because it seems like it wanted to come out to get it out, because I couldn't get it out any other way. But yeah, it seems like every window that I deal with is different, so you're just gonna have to figure it out. Here's the window itself. I've got to get the frame off now, which means I've got to get these rusty screws out of here, and it is gonna be 50-50 shot on whether I can actually do this. Ta-da! It almost went to plan. I got one of these screws out and the other one wasn't happy, so I had to kind of do some Dremel surgery. But once you get the screws out, I just took a piece of wood, this little guy, and just hammered, came right off. And I had to work a little bit around this one to make sure it came out in one piece, because I didn't want to crack it or break it. This is already kind of scary in a couple spots, so I wanted to be real careful about it. This guy is about as ugly as it gets. There's this setting tape in here that I'm going to get out, and then I'm going to go ahead and probably just blast this, at least the inside of it, because it's really nasty. Okay, I'm back from dropping tires off and got going on this thing. This stuff, this lower rail is really bad, but I really don't have a choice on using anything but it right now. And I've got this screw that is stuck in here. I went ahead and blasted the threads to see if I could get this thing out, and I slotted the end of the screw to see if I could work it out with a screwdriver. Hopefully this works. I'm just going to work it back and forth. Huh. Oh, come on. There we go. Success. It was easy. Okay, I just need to find a replacement screw for that somewhere. I might have to pull one out of a parts car. All right, I'm gonna quit here for now, and then I'm just gonna have to wait for the tires and wheels to get back tomorrow. So I will see you sometime mañana. 1 week later, I have tires. No matter how easy they say it is to get this crap off, it always sucks. Hot water helps, although unfortunately it doesn't come out of the faucet or the hose that way. I had to go in and get a 5-gallon bucket of water. It just won't come off. I know some of you are going to tell me how to do this, but I mean, if I can't get it off with Comet, it's not coming off. Oh well, it's fine. It'll go away. Funny little story. So I took these tires to my normal shop that I have these installed on, and I walked in and said, hey, I got 5 or 4 loose wheels and tires. I need these tires put on. And he kind of looked at me funny, and I said, that doesn't look like a good look. He said, yeah, as of January 1st, we are no longer allowed to install tires that are not purchased by us or through us. I said, great. Great. This thing doesn't have any locating pins on it, so it's kind of tough to get the lug bolts in. Anyway, so I took him to another chain, which was mistake number 2. And they said, yeah, sure, we'll take care of it. The next day, called me and said, we can't get the beads to set. So Coker wraps these tires up, and they're flat. The beads kind of want to touch each other in the middle, and they're hard to get the beads to set on the wheels. They gave up, and of course, this was a Friday afternoon, or I think it was Saturday, and their A-team wasn't there, so they're going to wait till Monday to have the A-team in there to try to get them on. Waited till noon, called them, and no go. So I went and picked them up, and I just had a moment in my head that I've got a buddy who works at a mom and pop repair shop in the next town over. Texted him. He said, yeah, bring them over. They had them done in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I said, how did you do it? They said, we've got one of those big air cannon things that you just fill it up with 150 psi and blast it real quick. Now that I've got all the wheels and tires on, I figured this would be a good time to clean these up. These are supposed to have black painted inserts here, and they're all worn off. And these scalloped circles and these little kind of things come off. So I might just take some time and take everything apart, scrub it and paint these centers to get everything back together. It's going to help a lot. I mean, just look at it now and I'll get these done and show you what they're supposed to look like. Here's the naked Super Deluxe wheel cover. So basically I just gotta 4/0 steel wool this thing and then mask up these centers and paint them black. See, better already. While I'm waiting for this first coat to dry, this is what I've been using for just semi-gloss black. Dries pretty quick and leaves a good finish. So that's what I like. I think you might have seen this on one of my last videos with the 65 Riv over there. Also, while I wait for that first coat to set up, I gotta finish cleaning these up. These are all clean already. They're pretty pitted, but it is what it is. Meow meow. Assembly time. Dunzo. Cool, huh? But this is the real compare shot. This actually still has some black paint on it. The other ones don't have any black paint on them. And yeah, it's gonna make a huge difference. Just, you know, this was literally just less than 30 minutes of actual time on this hubcap. So you can do a lot of bang for your buck detail type stuff that makes a huge difference on just the seat of the pants look of these cars. Okay, after a fun couple hours of doing hubcaps, let's see what it looks like. I'll tell you what, wheels and tires can make or break a car, and when you put the right stuff on there, it really makes a difference. Real quick before I wrap this up, I talked about the heater core that needed to be done. I went ahead and pulled that thing out, and I'll show you real fast what I did, how I did it, just in case anybody's wondering. This heater box was already taken apart on the outside. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, can't remember, 4, 5, 6 nuts that got to come off the studs on the outside, and that whole box comes off, and there's like a rubber connecting boot that connects it to the blower motor housing as well. And then on the inside, this whole box here comes out, and it kind of splits apart, and the heater core mounts on this portion here. But there's just a couple of adjustment cables, or control cables I should say, that control blend doors and heater control valve that go in here, and the rest just kind of falls out. It's really not hard at all. It just takes a little bit of time. Not bad at all. All right, that's gonna do it for this one. I've got a lot of stuff that I really wanna feature on this car on my channel, so stay tuned. I'm going to be going through quite a bit of other stuff. I'm going to do paint correction on it as good as I can get it, and just kind of go through some of the mechanicals. I don't think it really needs much. I do have a cool little radiator flush tool that I'm going to try out, and as soon as I get the heater core back, we'll make that happen. And of course, interior headliner, right side glass, and carpet. Floor's got to be fixed too. A lot of stuff, but it should be cool. This car is going to just be a nice, presentable driver when it's finished up. So anyway, try to keep up with me. I appreciate you guys listening. Thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, doing all that fun stuff. I'll see you next time.